Yes.
Hi Tim, hi everyone that is listening. Thank you for having me here. Thank you.
I'm going to start with a question of Dr. Nikki Zero. Hi Mitja, my question to you is, how do you find new designs and what inspires you to find those?
I mean, to find new designs, first of all, I switch on my brain. Yeah? So it's, of course, here in Lamborghini, we have a long heritage with a lot of iconic cars. And but of course, when you are in the design center, you want to and you have to create the future. So you need to anticipate what could be the future. You need to, let's say, I put, of course, inside of every design a lot of my personal wish for Lamborghini, of course. But the inspiration for me is always coming from maybe unexpected fields. So I like music. I like to go to see some concerts. I like to see for sure to see some art that is inspiring me. But honestly speaking, the everyday life is the one that is inspiring me for to find new designs. In the end of the day, you need to take a paper, you need to take a pen, you need to create a sketch, and then this will guide you pretty much along a project, and this is how I get inspired.
I can confirm that you usually have your brain switched on. Luckily, this is why we have such nice design.
Not all the time.
That's why we have such nice design at Lamborghini. Speaking about everyday life, Zana86 asks, how does a typical day in Centro Stile take place, or how does it look like?
Also first of all, I prefer that all the team in Centro Stile is having fun. Of course, it's a challenging job, but usually, all of us, we live around Sant'Agata, Bolognese. We have also a team in Turin, in 2 hours from here. I'm arriving from Modena. In the morning, I see a few Lamborghinis arriving, so I can already see the strong impact of our design DNA, because when you see an Urus arriving or an Huracan arriving, I can see from far away a Lamborghini. Then I parked the car. I was beforehand, I was passing by the museum, so maybe I see a silhouette of a Diablo. Then I park the car, walk in the Centro Stile, and my morning routine is to, first of all, to greet everyone in Centro Stile. So I make a lap in the center to whoever is already there to say hello. And of course, then we need to switch on, of course, for to check the emails. I prefer if there's or maybe already an online meeting running, so I can do some sketching, because as a designer, I'm better, while listening, I can sketch. So this is what I'm doing. Then, of course, we will check, for example, on the power wall, we will check the latest projects. As a power wall is a big screen where I'm asking maybe to see the side view of a new project, and I take my tapes. We are taping a lot, and I'm trying to improve some lines, give the feedback to the team. Then we have a coffee. Then we have maybe a meeting with you guys here from the PR team, talking about photos, talking about what perspective on a new Lamborghini is the best. And then, of course, as responsible for the design, then you are heading also to decision meetings. So you have like what we call in Lamborghini Comitato Prodotto, that could be held also in Centro Stile, where we always take a look at the latest projects and then taking the decisions on the future of a Lamborghini.
Mitja, I can confirm that when you're sitting in some of those meetings, you're actually really always sketching. But dear listeners, now he's all yours. He's not sketching. He's focused completely on your questions. And the next one would be when you're sketching, Mitja. Lady Gamer 9171 is asking, what are the most recurring stylistic features in your design? What characterizes a Lamborghini?
I mean, the simple things. It's first of all, I don't know, for the ones that are following us as Lamborghini, or for the ones that are following me, you always see that I'm highlighting the design DNA of Lamborghini. That is, for me, the Lamborghini silhouette. The typical silhouette of Lamborghini is so recognizable, and itself, such a car looks like it's from the future. It looks like a spaceship, because it's just a side view. So when I'm sketching, of course, I'm trying to find the essence of everything. Yeah? So, I mean, as you know, Lamborghini can be an object that is rather complicated in terms of shapes. So if we take an Lamborghini STO, Huracan STO, there are a lot of elements, a lot of wings, a lot of things that where we are creating downforce. But then on the other hand, we have also a car like an Urus S or the Countach that we have created, a very elegant car. So I need to in the beginning of the project need to be clear with myself how elegant or how complicated the car should be, and then we are sketching. I'm sketching. The team is sketching, and then we are proposing some directions that we then, of course, propose to the board of Lamborghini. But for me, it's important always, after finding the idea, it's about the rhythm of our projects. I always like to compare this with music, because if you're just creating shocking cars, then the people after a couple of shocking cars they will be bored. Yeah, so that's why in the design and then in the end of the day in our product rhythm we need to play the Lamborghini song in a way that the people are always following and are always interesting. Yeah? So one time we have a car more elegant, the next time we have a car that is very, let's say, for a car for concours d'elegance, I would say the Sian, for example. Then another time we did a very elegant car, the Countach, and like this, we are creating always something that keeps the interest of the people, of the fans, of the customers on the highest level possible.
Mitja, when you speak about your job, about car design in general, and about Lamborghini in particular, you always feel, or you can hear the passion that you have for your job, for what you do. Where did this passion come from, and how did it get started?
The passion is born within you. I think, or I'm convinced that designers, not only car designers, every designer will find out on a young age that he wants to create something. Yeah? So the passion, of course, is coming. It's this candle that is burning, or this fire that is burning inside of you. So I don't need a lot of motivation because I'm born motivated. So that's and I mean, in the end of the day, designers need to be convinced about what they do. So because if you are convinced, you need to be the first one to be convinced, because then people will find out that you do this really meaningful and with passion, and you are behind the project. This is very, very important behind anything that you do, not only design. Because people they can really feel if you are burning for your idea. I have to say, when I was younger, I was for sure much shyer, but over the time you are learning this then to be, let's say, also more convinced in front of a lot of people, because you can imagine, of course, with every design that you do, you are kind of putting your soul a little bit out of yourself, so you are a bit touchable and you are a bit sensitive. So, but over the years, and especially in the position of the head of design, then of course I have to be the first one being convinced, and that is requiring, of course, a very concentrated work during the design process of every product that we do.
Good thing that not only you're convinced of the design of a Lamborghini, but also the many customers that we have, the many fans around the world. But now, leaving the design apart, what is your favorite aspect of a Lamborghini apart from the design?
Yeah, the driving emotions. I'm also the first one that is always asking the key of a Lamborghini, and I can tell you, before I joined Lamborghini, I was so much dreaming about one time to switch on the engine of a Lamborghini. When I did this the first time, you cannot believe what kind of dream came true when I did this the first time. So for sure, the sound, the engine, the vibrations, the feeling driving a Lamborghini is for me what is absolutely fascinating me.
Now, following up on this question from Yip Gaming Zero, because Lamborghini doesn't have a history of electric vehicles, but still we're seeing a phase of hybridization, of electrification of the brand. So how do you see this? Would you rather continue with internal combustion engine powered cars and and push back on the regulators, or how do you see this passage into the future?
I mean, I love this question, first of all, because I see it again also very optimistic. For me, in general, the car industry since more than 100 years has always developed a new technology. There was, if you take Formula One, there was every 10 years a new reglement, and there was a new answer. And I see this the same. You know, there is in every decade there is a technology that is then evolving into the next technology, and at least what we have as Lamborghini in mind in terms of emotions on the preparing then in the future the electrical powertrains. I can only say the future will be bright and full of pleasure and full of emotions and full of driving fun and full of everything that you expect from Lamborghini. Because I tell you one thing. I mean, okay, speaking about the design, for sure. When you see, I just came back from lunch. I've seen 3 Revuelto passing by with the electrical sound, and this is cool. Because, you know, first of all, the cars, they look spectacular, but then when they are passing by like a spaceship with this kind of sound, it's a different dimension. You know, I remember also an evening where teenagers were freaking out. I was just there with Huracan on the traffic light with my wife, and of course in this moment the sound of the engine is very low, but the people are freaking out just also seeing a Lamborghini. So there is more to this experience. So I can only tell to everyone that is skeptical about this will be absolute fun, and in 10 years or in 15 years and 20 years we will say, yeah, I mean, now I understood what Mitja was saying, because it will be much faster, much more thrilling, and not less exciting, for sure.
Well, future is actually a word that you very often use, not just now with your answers, but when you talk about the design, you always live in the future, basically, in your Centro Stile. So the question of it simply L0 fits in well, asking, how do you envision Lamborghini's design changing in the coming years? What's your vision for the future?
I mean, the vision, I think you can see with all the projects that we have already done. There is, especially this year with the 60th anniversary of Lamborghini, there is so much more to come. So first of all, we will always be true with our DNA. So there you will always, you can always expect a car that is following our strong silhouette, and especially also the view from front and rear view. So we want to continue to create spaceships. We want to continue to create jet fighters. We want to, as I said before, between elegant shapes and very crazy shapes, there's so much room for the next exciting Lamborghini. So stay tuned with us. You will for sure never be disappointed. Therefore, we are working super hard every day. And as I say, the future is always bright, and we will always deliver the Lamborghini that is creating your goosebumps.
In order to do so, Mitja, I think we're gonna finish now this Ask Me Anything session.
No, thank you, Tim. But anyway, I mean, I always enjoy those questions, and thank you for all these questions, because that are always part of my inspiration. Because like this, I have always a feedback also for what is ongoing in our community, and so I wish all of you a great day. And as you say, I will go now back to my fantastic team, and we create the future of Lamborghini. Thank you.
Thank you, Mitja. Thank you, everyone.